Hey, if you had asked me just a few years ago if I had any trauma in my life, I would have said no. I grew up in a loving household. I had so many opportunities growing up. I grew up in a developed country. We traveled a lot. I had close family connections. I really had everything anyone could want. But once I was diagnosed with MCAS, and it doesn't matter if you have that diagnosis, but for me, I got it. And then I started exploring what were those contributing factors. And lo and behold, trauma started popping up everywhere. First of all, before my mom conceived me, she had had a miscarriage. So then while she was pregnant with me, she was afraid that she would have another miscarriage. That fear gets passed on in utero. Then I was born prematurely. I wasn't ready to leave the safety of the womb, but I did. So that was certainly a trauma for a little newborn me. Then I wasn't given the opportunity to breastfeed. My mom was given an injection so that her milk wouldn't come in, and she was told to go home. So I lost that vital opportunity to bond with my mother. And then my mom was sent home, and I was left alone at the hospital. A newborn baby does not see itself as being separate from mother. So when mother is gone, that is a big trauma. So all of these things, which nobody really talks about as traumatic events, I had really, really early on. And as an infant, I was developing symptoms like rashes and colic. And from a very young age, I had chemical sensitivities, and that was just the beginning of the whole cascade. So even if you feel like I did, where you didn't have trauma in your life, it is really, really an important area to explore, because if you have histamine intolerance or mast cell activation syndrome, this is one of the things that can be at the root. And until you address the trauma, if it's there, you will not be able to fully get better. So I would encourage you to join this weekend's Trauma Super Conference. It is the final weekend. It recaps the whole week-long Trauma Super Conference, so you have access to all of the speakers. It's a great chance that you don't want to miss out on, so you can still register. Just use the link below.